All right, everybody, welcome to Thursday, August 29th. It is one day away from the 1000th episode of the morning routine. It really is quite amazing to think about. It's crazy to think about, considering how much has transpired in the last 4 years. And we're still doing this. It's really, really cool. Very excited. Today is episode 999. So I thought it'd be really cool if we took a little walk back, not visually, but personally, by talking with those that were a part of getting this whole thing going. So we will bring in our great contributors to the morning routine, been there from the very, very beginning, early discussions before we even did anything. Here is Gabrielle, Clayton, and Zach. Please join me up here on the chairs. Clayton, you know yours, it's the short one. So, in the very beginning, when it all began.
You mean back in the past?
No, in the dawn of time.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is what we put up with back then.
Yes. So in the very beginning, what happened? The pandemic happened. We got hit with the pandemic. We had to close the building, and we sat around for a couple of weeks wondering what the heck are we going to do. And we knew that Zoom was coming. That discussion was on the table. We were going to do some Zoom trainings. We didn't know the rest of it. And some goofy guy got the bright idea, hey, we could use social media to go live and do live events. So we started doing that. We started out with Instagram. Clayton and I actually tested that, and then we all tested it, and we got clients popping on right away and thought, okay, this is cool. We can do this. We can connect with everybody via social media. So we thought, okay, we're going to do some live things. And I think, did we start with the walk or did we start with the evening one?
It was the walk. Walk was our very first one.
That was on Facebook.
Yes.
That was on Facebook.
We did a Facebook walk where at like 10 or 10:30, one of us would go on a walk.
Well, no, we did it at 1 o'clock.
It started at
until
1.
it got hot.
And then we moved it to the morning.
Yeah, it started at 1 o'clock because none of us wanted to get up. That was a real big
We didn't want to, we wanted after lunch. We thought a walk was good for all of us.
Exercise, keep us going.
Yes.
No.
So we would do things. We would just go on a walk. Each one of us would take a walk around our neighborhood or at a park or something like that.
Whoa. Each one of us?
I did a walk. I went down to the river.
Once.
Twice, at least twice, maybe 3 times. So we started out doing the walk.
I'm not going to say
Yeah,
anything because he went on a walk and didn't even have a phone to do it with. So
That's right. My phone died in the middle of one of those walks.
Yours did, yeah.
A phone got dropped in the parking lot here once.
That's what I'm talking about, yes. And I remember seeing nothing. I went, oh my God, maybe I should go online. I remember jumping out of my dining room and going, I'm here, folks.
I know it's really hard to do a walk on social media when you don't have a phone to call people to say, I can't do a walk.
Correct. And we waited and somebody jumped on.
There was always something, not always, but sometimes something wouldn't work out and one of us would have to jump in on the other to save the day for the moment. So we had a lot of that. So we started out with the walk.
We had pretty good teamwork with that.
And then
It's not like we had a lot of stuff going on at the time.
Yeah.
I was super busy, but I made time. No, I'm just kidding.
So we started out with the walk. And then we came up with some activities. We did the poppies. Remember we drew the poppies?
Because from a walk
Yep.
through the poppy field.
Yeah, and then I did the walk
Poppy.
in Turlock where all the poppies were growing.
Yeah.
Yes, we did the poppy art, and then we actually, after that, we had a winner.
Oh yeah.
And we
did a contest.
delivered McDonald's milkshakes to people's
I
houses.
believe the first one was Christina.
Oh.
Yes, yeah, I went to
Because
that.
I delivered the first one.
You did
yeah.
the first one at
Yeah.
Christina's house, yes.
That's right, that's right. So from all those fun experiences of doing we took the walks, we took the activities, and we decided, hey, we're gonna make a virtual program out of it. We're gonna build a schedule that starts in the morning, goes to the end, roughly the end of the day, and we're gonna fill it with Facebook Live walks, and we're gonna fill it with Instagram evening activities. We did the cooking, yes.
Everybody saw my dog walk through.
Some people did some very nice cooking. Some people did not do some very nice cooking.
I tried a couple times. I just put a can of beans on the table and said, these are your beans. I believe is what I did.
That was good cooking.
Yeah. I think
At least
I
it was a
could
recipe I could handle. I couldn't screw that one up. So we built the whole schedule, and then once we kind of had that in place, we said, well, what are we missing? And the missing piece was how we used to start our mornings here in the building prior to the pandemic. Was we'd all gather out in the main room and we'd talk about current events, we'd talk about the National Day, we'd talk about history things, and all the clients and everybody would come up and have different things to talk about.
That's right.
So that's really where it was born out of, was recreating as much as we could virtually what we were already doing in the building. So we decided we're gonna start, we'll all make videos and we'll send them all in, and I would put them all together into a video, and we'd have our morning routine, then we'd have our walk or whatever we did, we'd have some Zoom trainings, and then in the evenings we had the Insta Live. That was just what it was.
It was Insta Live, and then we would...
Yeah, like it's like social thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Insta Live social, essentially chat, yeah. I think I hit in my cactus a few times while talking to people.
Where the rule was to get on it, you had to have a drink.
Oh yeah, she had to have a drink to get on, that's right.
Started. Bottle of water, whatever it was.
Bottle
You
of
didn't
water.
have a drink.
If you didn't have one, clip.
Yes.
And I must call out Christina on that one. That girlfriend always had a really great drink that she was brought on.
And she did. She did have good drink.
In spite of the fact that it was a pandemic and we were all stuck at home and it really wasn't socially a good time, we had a good time with this stuff. for the
Except for
most part.
one contest.
There was that one contest.
There was that one.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
not-
that drawing contest because you weren't very good at it.
That was it. And there was one other one that, I didn't go into the pandemic with full head of hair.
Are you sure about that?
No.
Good.
He's remembering 4 years ago a lot differently than I am.
Right, and the rest of us.
Yeah. The birth of the morning routine came out of just trying to create that virtual program so we could all be together and continue to grow and do what we had been doing. But the morning routine grew some legs and became a source of activity for us, work for us, which was good.
Agony. For some.
And
We sure learned a lot about each other.
Yeah.
wasn't so pretty in the beginning.
No.
So pretty in the beginning.
Well,
Despite me being there, it still wasn't pretty.
we didn't have all this wonderful stuff that's in
Yeah,
this
there was
room
no
now.
lighting.
we didn't even have tripods.
I was using a selfie stick in my laundry basket. Or I would sit at the table in the backyard and just stare down into the phone.
Yep.
It was a time of great, horrible angles.
Yes, yes. So Gabrielle did the National Day, and tell us a little about your experience getting started with the National Day.
National Day. As you guys know, you've probably seen every room in my house. Whatever it was, I tried to see if there was something in my house that I could use as a prop. If it were food, we were in the backyard. We were in so many places and did so many crazy things for the National Day of. Even when I went on vacation, I remember doing a couple on the beach, nobody around but me. I'd shoot them to Carl, and we had to get everything in. And
It wouldn't always work too.
No.
You guys had the hardest trouble because I found that if I wasn't on Wi-Fi,
Yes.
when I received your video, it was super blurry.
Yeah.
And so I'd constantly have to
get
let
these
you guys
texts.
in.
Could you resend it? I'll be home in 5 minutes. I'll be on Wi-Fi. Can you send it then?
Mine were always blurry at first.
Yeah.
Your phone.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
Because I was
first.
the only smart person with an Android.
No. We all had.
The video
iPhones.
tells a different story.
Yeah.
And Zach did the Back in the Past,
Well,
which
so-
actually did not
It didn't start that way. It just started off as kind of like a little history thing. I knew a lot of the guys enjoyed history, and there were some folks we were trying to get different. We were trying to reach out to everybody in the group. So I thought history and So eventually it was actually just historical facts. Really, I didn't talk too much about the events or anything. At first, it was just write down. So what I would do was I would actually sit there and write which ones I wanted to on a book, because I only had my phone to work with. So I didn't have iPads, so I had to write everything down and then sit down and look at the book and go through it. And then eventually, I don't know, I think I just played around one time and just said Back in the Bearded Past.
Well,
Or maybe someone
it
gave us
started
the idea.
growing
No.
Oh,
okay.
my beard, yeah. Yes, essentially, yeah, we weren't doing haircuts, so my beard went from this to,
If I recall, a lot of us had hats on a lot.
the hair was crazy, yeah.
For me, they make this wonderful powder that you can put in your roots to cover the gray, but it only lasts for so long too. And I had people making comments. All of my fingernails. I remember being on a walk one day and I picked up and a fingernail flew off because I hadn't had my nails done in such a long time. I remember someone making a comment. Was that your fingernail that flew off? Well, yes, it was.
That's great.
Nice. Yeah, I think it started out not going back into the bearded past. It was back in the past.
Yeah, it's back in the past was Zach.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the beard kept growing, and then that got added, I think, probably through suggestions and whatnot. And so we just ran with it, and there we are. Still going a little bit, not as much as it used to, but it's still going.
It was tough because you were doing the National Day and the Back in the Past every single day.
We were doing it every day back then.
Clayton actually had the easy one. He did sports, which he didn't have to do every day.
That's true.
And he just made a lot of weird
That's
characters.
true, he did. And so he got to, he made characters and all kinds of stuff.
His first one was golf.
Golf.
That's right.
Yeah, I was on my front lawn hitting golf balls. There's nobody around. I was chipping golf balls on my front lawn.
How did, because I've looked back in the first one, I did some clips a while back. I looked back at everybody's videos and it was rough. It was rough. 'Cause
Sound was bad.
Sound was
sound
crazy,
was all over the place.
but
But your ability to speak, and all of our ability to speak in front of the camera and kind of ad-lib a bit was almost non-existent.
No,
You know,
Oh, yeah.
no.
I don't think you really had that problem.
I look back and I wrote everything out though ahead of time because I didn't know what I was doing, so I just figured I'd write.
Yeah.
But the very first episode, I clearly didn't know what I was doing. Actually, it was a much bigger mess than that. The editing, Alana loves this. I would say a line, and then I'd stop the camera, and then I'd say a line, and then I'd stop the camera. So I'll show you. You guys won't really be able to see this, but because I still have. There's an episode missing.
Yes, the infamous did not upload.
The
Which-
infamous, and for
Oh,
some
that's
reason,
right, we have-
that it's a hilarious one of me with my National Day of, and we've yet to see it.
So prior to the way we film now, where we just record the whole thing and then chop it up as we need to, that's what my phone would look like. When, it was just me. Yes. Yes, just a ton of short little video clips of me, and then I'd have
Well,
to go
because
stitch that
that's
all
what would
together.
happen with me to you. I'd have to shoot short ones instead of multiple numbers.
Yeah, I remember being asked that
Number one,
too.
number two,
Oh,
number
yeah.
three, so they could get edited together because
Yeah.
it would not upload a longer than a certain amount.
Because he didn't have a iPhone.
No.
No?
Technology back in those days for Clayton
Okay.
was a bit tough. That was honestly, I
Still a
think,
bit tough.
yeah, it's much better now. But honestly, I would get phone calls from everybody about, "Did you get my video? Did you
Yeah,
get, is this good? Is that good?" But Clayton's were, "God, I hate this technology. I can't do this."
That's awesome.
But eventually, he did get it. So,
Kind of got good at it.
well, that's the thing is,
We started buying backdrops off of Amazon.
Yeah, we went to the backdrop
We got-
stage.
What were those things? The rings?
the
Oh, yeah,
circle lights,
yeah, the light
selfie
ring.
lights or whatever.
My dining room was turned into a you know.
We all had tripods.
We were ordering stuff for ourselves at home like crazy. We thought we were professionals.
So once we got through, we didn't really know how long we were going to be out of the
No
building.
clue.
And we went through the summer, and we thought maybe, October we're going to go back. Something happened in August, September. It was like, nope, it ain't happening.
That's right.
And so we geared up for the holidays. And actually, I really found that the holidays were kind of fun because it was a whole new experience with the video editing and stuff that we did and whatnot. I don't know how you guys felt about it, but I thought the holidays were kind of cool that first year. I mean, they're always cool.
Yeah,
It was the 12 days of Christmas for us.
yeah, 12 days of Christmas. That's right. That was a fun one. That was a lot of fun. And then, I don't know myself. I enjoyed the whole aspect of it. It gave us an opportunity to reach out. I thought it was one of the things I really liked about it was just the fact that it was new, and even though it was crazy and awful as it was, I just, to me, it was great that we were trying to talk to you guys out there, and that was always. And so the holidays, I think, was really cool, and I think that was one part of the reason it was so cool as well. Honestly, but yeah, the 12 days of Christmas as well. Definitely.
The holidays. Exercise.
Oh, that's right. You guys started doing. So at some point, I don't remember if it was then, but you would come back into the building. Joe would come in on occasion, and yeah, Clayton would provide exercise routines. You want to go back and see some exercise routines? Don't go back and watch the morning routine. Go watch Richard Simmons or something like that, because these are little day. Clayton in spandex. It was no bueno.
And then Mick would show up looking for his pants, dude.
Mick, the trainer.
The trainer. He was only there a few
The
times.
trainer was killer, man.
Well, and then we had the masked wonder.
Yeah.
He showed up one time, yeah.
The wrestler. Then there was the Clyde Bigsby and Sea Dog. A lot of fun, interesting.
TP for you.
NOTP, NOTP
weird
for you.
dudes.
Yeah.
Four weird dudes.
NOTP for you.
Yeah.
Well, NOTP for you got hired though. He had a job for a while.
Yeah, but they didn't pick you up.
And that was during Christmas.
It was during Christmas.
Yeah.
He was a rapper.
You were a rapper.
There was the pirate
Oh.
who tried to take over your trailer.
Yeah.
Mutiny, man.
Ended
Mutiny.
up selling down to McCollum, I think,
Yeah.
right?
Clean the poop deck.
Yeah, maybe you can put that on.
There was the Ram.
Oh, the Ram.
Yeah, those are the weird dudes.
Yeah.
The weird dudes.
That is some
The
weird.
ram, the goat.
The horse.
Of course. Of course.
And there's a big adventure Sea Dog looking for them.
That's right.
Oh, that's right.
Sea Dog went looking
Big
for
adventure
him.
down
Yeah.
by the river and everything, and drank from an old Gatorade bottle or something like that.
Snapple.
Snap found us.
Because that's what they always drink. They stole your Snapples.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. You were hot on the trail when you found
Yeah.
Snap.
Hot on the trail.
But he had to taste it
To make sure it was ours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think
Quite the tracker.
I think you and Joe went out on an adventure looking for some stuff one time.
Somebody fell in the water, I think.
Yeah, someone ate it in the water. It was Joe or you.
No, I almost did. I
Oh,
saw
okay.
on a rock, yes.
Oh, no, it was goose poo.
That's
Lots of
what it was.
goose.
Lots of goose poo.
At Stanislaus State. We
Yeah.
went for a walk.
Yeah.
It was the goose
Yeah,
poo.
there's a lot of goose food because they were stationed there.
They still are.
And of all the guests, we did have one show up at your house to do some cooking.
Oh, yes, we did.
By popular suggestion of one person, the Swedish chef from the Muppets.
Oh, that's right.
Bye, yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Kind of like Donna and the Dynamos and Mamma Mia for one night and one night only.
Yeah, we haven't not seen or heard
Since.
from since. Yeah.
You know, it was slow going for him at that time, so he thought, throwing people a bone, but yeah.
I also remember the Insta Live. It was good to talk about baseball. It was baseball season.
I don't remember that.
It was that short season.
But this is really hard because that was one of my bids was sports. But at the beginning of all this, there was no sports going on. It was like, I got assigned to do sports by Carl, and it's like, Carl, there's nothing going on.
I don't think I assigned you sports. I think you picked sports.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know I picked this.
So we can find
You found
You
I
found.
found some weird
you
stuff.
found sumo wrestlers against normal people.
Yes, there's
Track and field training.
Track and field, yes. Of course, the great sport of baseball.
Okay, sport of
That was
baseball.
the first one back.
Yeah, you talked about because there was no sports. You did talk about the greatest high school football player of all time.
Oh yeah, Al Bundy.
Al Bundy.
Yeah, 4 touchdowns in one game. Still is a record for Polk High.
And then Tom Brady.
There's a lot of Tom Brady's out. A lot of Tom Brady's out.
Sweet Angel Prince.
Oh, God.
Rest in retirement, but he did say he stayed in shape just in case.
Oh,
Just in case they
God.
needed him.
Yeah.
Just in case
Just
you
in
want.
case they needed to give him one more ring.
Yeah.
We'll
Or
give him
just
one
wait
more
it all.
ring. He would earn one more ring.
All right, so yeah, we did a lot. A lot of this is about the morning routine because it's the morning routine's 1000th episode, but there was so much else that went on along with it, with the lives and everything, and the different characters come from it. The Insta Live, Insta Trivia. That was a good.
And so live instant trivia
Well, which let
ran
us
for.
remind that he cheated.
I never cheated.
Because the comments people would answer before other people, but for some reason, some people's answers got there quicker.
Oh yes,
And
this
we,
was
were
a true
trying to, and
thing.
we were trying to tell, and then sometimes he'd say that's correct and it was the wrong answer. I still remember to this day the Scorpions one.
Oh yes, remember that one? I totally, totally remember that
Talk
one.
about
Where he's
issues.
talking about Russia, that they were there, but it was actually Germany.
I put out the right answer. I remember that, and I didn't get it
And we're like,
because he
wait,
went
wait,
with
no,
brunch.
no,
Yeah.
you're wrong, Carl.
Yeah.
He goes, no, I'm right.
No.
Look it up, Carl.
That's a point I didn't get. I want that point
Some
back.
people had hyperdrive in their homes, I think, for
Yeah, we would try to figure that out. Like we literally, that was like
I
a.
think it just had to do with when people logged on for me,
Yeah.
when they showed up on my account, if I was running it, because
I think Carl got paid and he just purposely chose.
It's okay if you guys paid Carl. Don't worry about it. We're not holding grudges. No.
I am.
certain people really wanted that McFlurry that night, let me tell you.
I
But
never
yeah,
got McFlurry.
that was that was another part of the whole game show. That part of the whole delivery. McFlurry or fries, was it?
Yep, but I think one of my favorite would be when we do our barbecue. We would barbecue Zoom
That's right.
once a month, and everybody would bring their lunch.
Oh, yeah.
And we would eat and talk
right.
about it, and then we would play a scavenger hunt.
That's right.
And find
Yeah.
stuff in your
That's
house.
right, yep, yep.
That's right.
Those
That
were
was
great.
cool.
And I still can vividly remember we had a
I
tie.
totally forgot about that.
We had a tie, and all of us are saying, well, what are we going to pick? What can be the tie be? And we could see a calendar behind somebody in their, and we said, let's pick a calendar. Let's see how long it takes for them to figure out they have
Realize
a
the
calendar.
calendar right behind
And they were like, and all of us are at home, and I know we're all yelling, it's behind you.
That's right. And then then you have individuals that got a little help.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah, they wouldn't even leave their spot.
All of a sudden, someone would show up.
It's like, hey, whoa, man, you gotta go get it.
I remember that.
No, that was great.
Those are fun.
I totally forgot about those.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Those were fun. We had a couple. We had a guest speaker even one time on our live.
Yeah, we had
Yeah.
When we have Harder, I think it was.
Yeah.
Carter was on there.
And then did we get somebody else?
Tony came on.
Tony came on.
Sac 6 representative.
Sac 6
Yeah.
representative.
Oh, on your walk one time you had Marlene.
Marlene, yeah.
Oh yeah, you went for
coordinator,
you went for a walk with the service coordinator.
She said she could meet us for a walk and do it. Yeah, because she would watch.
She was for one of our regulars. Yeah, she was on there all the time.
Then there was the infamous horseshoe battle.
Oh yes. So we came back in the building, and these two still hadn't have any consumers here, but these two had a horseshoe battle.
Despite the best efforts to cheat me out of the win, you can't cheat greatness.
There was no cheating.
There was no
I'm just that bad.
No, there was cheating. Like a certain referee going over and kicking somebody's horseshoe off the
Oh
Who
yeah.
was that referee?
I was a commentator,
Whatever the
and
referee does, the referee does.
That's right.
I was a commentator, and I held a camera during that event. And I'm sure if you go back and replay it, you'll see no cheating.
There's no cheating on camera.
The person who wore the black and white shirt and had the whistle has the last say.
Trained professional.
Yes.
Despite that, though, despite there was the greatest, most awesome throw ever. May I say the luckiest shot ever, the no look ringer.
Oh yeah.
That you also were so shocked about. I thought you were going to die.
Oh, I got it!